Have you ever wondered what geothermal energy is? Today we are going to talk about geothermal energy. Myself, Allwyn and the partner,
Rinjo and Shaji.
going to cover the topic geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is a Latin word in which geo means earth and thermal means heat. Basically, it is the heat trapped under the surface which is used as an energy to provide energy towards house or and to the industry.
That's the magic of geothermal energy. It, unlike solar or wind energy, it is available 24/7 and it's a sustainable and reliable source of energy. Today we are going to talk about how geothermal energy is harnessed and what are its advantages and disadvantages and how it can help build a better planet Earth for tomorrow.
Geothermal energy is mostly untapped. Most of the countries or the people around the world have no idea what geothermal energy is.
Geothermal energy have always been used for a long time. People used it during the centuries to clean clothes. Geothermal geysers were used to bathe and were also a medical prescription for skin and eye infection, mostly in Greece. The first ever geothermal experiment was conducted in Italy in 1904 by an Italian aristocrat named Prince Conti. The power produced by this experiment lit up to 5 bulbs. Was this the start of geothermal energy? No. During the World War, these ideas were prevented from spreading out to the world.
The geothermal energy has been providing electricity in Ireland for many years now. The geothermal energy provides electricity to 9 out of 8 houses in Iceland and about 30% of energy to the country.
Indonesia sits on the rings of fire and becomes a biggest potential geothermal resource in the world.
Now we will be talking about geothermal turbines. It mainly consists of a rotor, blade and a generator. The working is as a high pressure geothermal fluid enters the turbine through the nozzle. The fluid expands, accelerating to high velocity, which drives the rotor. The expansion process converts the fluid's thermal energy into kinetic. Now comes the role of rotor and blade. The rotor spins due to the force exerted by the fluid on the blades. The blades are designed to maximize energy transfer from the fluid to the rotor. The rotor's rotation is transferred to the generator. Now, in the generator, the rotor's mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. The generator uses electromagnetic induction to produce electricity. Now, we will be talking about the types of geothermal turbines. The dry steam turbines. It uses steam directly from the geothermal reservoir. It is most efficient but requires high quality steam. The flash steam turbine uses high pressure hot water from the reservoir. Water flashes into the steam, driving the turbine. Binary cycle turbine uses moderate temperature geothermal fluid. The fluid heats a secondary fluid which drives the turbine. Challenges and considerations that need to be taken when using a geothermal turbine. Corrosion. Geothermal fluids can be corrosive and can lead to rusting on the turbines. Scaling. Minerals in the fluid can deposit on the turbine components. Efficiency. Turbines must be optimized for varying fluid conditions. India has several geothermal provinces, including the Himalaya, Sahara Valley, Cambria Basin, and Godavari Basin. The Geological Survey of India has identified about 340 geothermal hot springs in India. Himalaya are the most intriguing province for geothermal energy in India because of its geography. For the purpose of room heating, geothermal power supply, and the heating of greenhouse, as well as giving the population the opportunity for growth of vegetable which is imported from southern region today. The geothermal site of Puga Valley seems to have sufficient potential.
Krishna Godavari Geothermal Province. With an occurrence of more than 13 geothermal springs, Krishna Godavari Basin is spread across more than 50,000 kilometers square. In the Krishna River Basin and Godavari Basin in Andhra Pradesh, whose surface temperature varies from 50 to 600 degrees Celsius. This province alone shows a heat flow of 100 to 180 megawatts per meter square. This province has the power of generating around 38 megawatts of power, which is quite considerable as per its capacity.
Western Coast Geothermal Province. With a length of 800 km and a width of 20 to 30 km and an occurrence of more than 25 geothermal province, the West Coast Geothermal Province is spread over a large region. All the springs in this province are located in rural India, well connected by roads and railways, with an advantage of that many are close to area with agricultural activities. These springs are generally used for therapeutic and touristic purpose. Cambay Geothermal Province. The Cambay Geothermal Province is spread across an area with a length of 200 kilometers and a width of 50 kilometers, with an occurrence of more than 15 geothermal provinces. The Cambay Geothermal Province has two major sites where reservoir temperature is estimated around greater than 150 degrees Celsius.
Now we are going to talk about advantages and disadvantages of geothermal energy. First point would be reliability. Geothermal energy is available 24/7, whether if it's day or night or any season. Unlike wind energy and solar energy, geothermal energy is constant and reliable source of energy.
Secondly, sustainable. Geothermal resources are sustainable because of the heat that is extracted from the earth is being continuously replenished by Earth's internal processes. A properly maintained geothermal plant can provide energy for an indefinite period and without depleting the resource.
Flexible. Geothermal energy can be used for a variety of applications, including electricity generation, direct heating, and cooling. This versatility allows it to be integrated into different energy systems and adapted to various needs. Negligible maintenance. Once a geothermal system is installed, it generally requires minimal maintenance compared to other energy systems. The technology is robust and has fewer moving parts, which contributes to lower maintenance cost and longer operational life.
Point 6 will be never-ending resource. As long as the geothermal energy is used responsibly, it is a never-ending resource on a human time scale. This makes geothermal energy a long-term and reliable source of energy with minimal risk of source depletion.
Moving on to the disadvantages of geothermal plants. Firstly, it would be location specific. Geothermal power plants can only be set up or built in spare places with significant or high tectonic or geothermal activities, such as volcanic areas or tectonic plate boundaries. This limits its availability to specific locations.
Secondly, high initial costs. The development of geothermal power plants involve substantial upfront costs for exploration, drilling, and plant construction. These costs can be prohibitively high, especially if the geothermal resources are deep underground. Environmental impact. Although geothermal energy is generally considered environmentally friendly, it can have local environmental impacts. For example, the extraction process can release harmful gases such as hydrogen sulfide and minerals which can contaminate underground water if not maintained properly. City. The injection and extraction of fluids during geothermal energy production can induce seismic activity, particularly in tectonically active regions. This is a concern in areas that are not accustomed to frequent earthquakes. This can lead to cracks developing in houses and contamination of groundwater. Hero, Bobby sir का submission?
काम करते तो चालू कर
क्या outro?
सवाल
ठीक है चल. In summary, geothermal energy offers a reliable, renewable solution by harnessing the Earth's internal heat and converting it to a natural source of energy. It's consistent, eco-friendly, and can play a crucial role in shifting us from sustainable energy to eco-friendly energy.
For joining us on this video on geothermal energy. For more content, like, share, and subscribe.